Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. As you can see here, I have a giant pile of paper bags. I have giant ones, and I have a mix of, the regular lunch bag size. So we're going to make a journal with them, so maybe I can use a couple. And by a couple, I mean not enough. But anyway, at least it will be better than nothing at all. So I also have some brown paper packaging. This is from Amazon. It is double layered. So that's handy. I'm going to use it as my hinges. So but you could also use another one of your paper bags as hinges. Just my advice would be to double it up. Like, glue two pieces together for your hinges. Just, I mean, it'd probably be fine. I doubt that anything would happen, but you're opening and closing, so you don't want to weaken your hinges a ton, because this paper isn't very thick, obviously. So this is what we're going to make. It's a paper bag, and I saw this somewhere, and I don't remember where, and I'm so sorry, and I don't know if I did how they did the hinge. This is how I did the hinge, but anyways, it opens like this. Then you have pockets here, and of course the top of the bag pocket. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut some of that off. I don't think so, but anyway, I did two pockets together on, because I want the front not to have a pocket, but you could put a pocket on the front. And then when you flip it, this has the plain side, this one has another pocket, and we're going to add, I think, 2 more to it. So it'll be 5 bags. You're going to use 5 bags and some strips to make hinges of whatever packaging. You can use the same brown paper if you want to do that. However, first of all, I need to say I am so sorry because yesterday, I have no idea what happened in my 50 stack challenge video. I really don't know. I don't know if I forgot to turn the camera back on, if I accidentally deleted. I did something, so I apologize, because I know it just ended and I honestly thought it was all there, but it wasn't. So I'm going to show you what, the end outcome was of these. So we had quote was the first prompt. So, and I think you saw this one all the way through, but the next one was mark making, and this is what the finished product of this. It's a playing card, like a frame, and then I put a picture in the middle, and I'll back it with something unless I end up gluing it down entirely. But I don't know what happened, and I really apologize, because that was just a mess. And yeah, all I can say is I'm sorry, because once it's up on there, I mean, I can take it down, but I looked and I don't have the rest of the video. So I honestly don't know what in the world I did, but whatever it was wrong. So, and then the other thing I need to apologize for is that I had no idea that on my videos, there were like 20 ads per video. One of you lovely subscribers told me, and I'm sorry, I can't remember. She told me, and I instantly went out of where I read comments, and I went and I sat for about an hour and a half and tried to find all the videos that have multiple. So if you find a video that has multiple, let me know, and let me know the name of the video, and I'll go in and turn off all the extra ads. I do that every night. When I make my video, I go in to the monetization part, I turn off all the extra ads, and I'll leave one. Well, apparently that doesn't work. And YouTube just goes back in and adds all the ads again. They seriously want every one of my videos to have 20 plus ads. That is insanity to me. And I had no idea that was happening to you guys. So what I have started doing, and I checked today's videos, or it'll be yesterday's video. I checked it, and it has just 1 ad. That's all I want. 1 ad. So I'm hoping that one will stay that way. I have to go in, wait till they put all the ads in. I used to just sometimes go in and place an ad, and I thought that was fine as long as you saved it. Well, it's not. They just add more. So I go in, shut off all the ads that they put on, throw them away, and I add 1 of my own. So I'm hoping that works. I had no idea. So I really, really apologize, because who on earth wants to watch that many ads? I don't, yeah. I'd like to have no ads, but unfortunately I do this for a living, so it's like I do need a little bit of income, from doing videos. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So I apologize for that. So what you need to do to your little lunch bags, and these are the regular size. They are, that you get at the grocery store, just lunch bags. They're like 10 3/4. But you could do it with any lunch bag. It doesn't matter what the size is. But if you want to know, 10 3/4 by 5, roughly. Okay. And then what I do is go in here and glue all this stuff down. This one I kind of already did. I'll glue that a little bit. It's not really probably going to matter because it's going the opposite direction. I don't think a tag would grab it, but if you happen to have like a piece of lace at the bottom of the tag, it might. So I just went in, I glued all my little bits down. Then you just fold the bag where it naturally folds. I mean, this doesn't get any easier, honestly. This is like one of the easiest bag journals I've ever seen. So that was part of the reason I decided to do it, because I just thought, I do have a lot of people starting out, and some of the things that I do are a little more complicated, and I don't want people to feel like they can't do it, because you can. So this one's good because it's just super simple. And then you glue either side. You could cover these first. I have a lot of people say, wouldn't it be easier to cover it first? Yeah. But because I'm doing videos and I'm showing you how to construct it, I want to just construct it, and then that way you can run with it. You can do whatever decorative process to it that you want to do, but at least you'll have the basics of how to make the thing, right? So that's why I did it this way. But normally, if I was gonna, make another one on my own or whatever, I would cover it all first, then fold it up, that whole thing, so that it's just easier that way. All right, so this is my front. And then I attached hinges. You can see them here possibly. They're about yay long. And you just go in the gusset of the bag. And then I think at the end, I don't know, I'm going to have to see. I might put like a little piece of lace or fabric over the spine just to cover it. But it doesn't have to be. You could even add some extra glue in here to close these. Keep them closed after you put your hinges on. Because if you do it right away, you're not going to be able to put hinges on it. All right, so this one I'm going to have face this direction as well. So then I'm going to take one of my little hinges. And I don't want to see all this black stuff, just in case I decide not to cover it. So I want the plain side out. And I'm folding it in half. And you've seen probably myself, Carol Laws, loads of other people make hinges and things this way. It's just, an easy way. And this paper, like I said, has 2 layers, and sometimes they're not totally glued together, so I do like to go in and glue them. Not that it probably makes one bit of difference, but I just feel like it's gonna hold together better that way than if I left it. And I keep finding cat hair. Oh, and my cat, got him a new antibiotic, and he seems to be doing a bit better. His nose is still a mess, but he's not as lethargic as he was. So I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work out. So it just depends. If the antibiotics work, fantastic. That would make me so ecstatic. But I'm not really. I feel like he should be more better than he is. Doing better than he is, because he's been on the new antibiotic for, this is the 4th day. So anyway, I don't know. It's so hard. It's so hard. And then you just take your little hinge and you put it in here. And my daughter's cat is doing fantastic now. He's more back to his old self, I guess, or what she knows of his old self anyway. So that is good, because he's a lot younger than my cat. Okay, why is that? I might have to cut that little corner there because it's wanting to grab that. So we'll just take care of that right there and cut those off. And then it won't matter. You don't have to do this if yours fits, because the other hinges fit fine. I don't know why this one's butting up against whatever, but anyway. So I want to try to keep them as even as possible. I mean, if it's not going to be perfect because I'm human, but, you know, try to get them as even with each other as you can. I think it'll just look better in the end. So I'm going to put glue on one side, and then we'll put glue on the other side after we get one side done. Oh my goodness. I'm finding cat hairs everywhere. It's because yesterday I was trying to do these and get this cut out, and Pasha wanted to be in the middle of everything, as he does, because I was sitting on the couch. I wasn't at my desk. If I'm at my desk, no cat hair. But I was sitting at the couch, so he wanted to see what I was doing. He's a Persian, so he has hair on hair, and then there's more hair. So, yeah. And it's hot out, so we just clipped him not too long ago, so he's not his full fabulousness, but he definitely has a lot of fur. Okay, you're being a stinker because I'm on video. I did the other ones just like boom, no problem. This one is being persnickety. Oh, I cut these at, I believe they're 7 by 1.5. It's going to depend on your bag, so just go by whatever. And you can go entirely top to bottom. You can choose to make them, you know, a little shorter or whatever you like. Do it that way. No, it's too far down. Oh my goodness. It is, this part can be a tiny bit fiddly, but it's not hard. Like, it's not difficult to get, you know what I mean? It's kind of like making a tag journal with hinges. And then I'm going to take another bag, or this bag, and I'm just going to glue the other tab and put it in the gusset, just like the last one. And that is like as difficult as this one is. You could make these as big and fat as you want to. You could make it like with just 2 or 3, whatever, you know. Make it how you want to make it, depending on digitals you're using or whatever you're doing. Whatever you got going on. And why is that one up higher? I must have cut it longer. Oh well. It's holding it together. That's the goal. Speaking of digitals, I have a new digital that I'm going to use on this, and it's called Embroidered. Embroidered, if I can say that. So it's just embroidery, obviously some embroidery patterns. There's some buttons and some spools of thread. Now, some of them you will notice. This is the perfect example. There's this large sheet that looks like this, and then this is the same page turned on its side and shrunk down, this part. And then I added other things, and I did the same thing with another page. This page is even smaller. It's, I think, the next page coming up. Yeah, see, shrunk it. So that if you want to use pieces in a smaller journal, you have that. Or, of course, it can still be a full-size journal page. It's fine. But you will see, like, you're going to go, oh, that's the same as that. But this is the bigger size, smaller size. You know, I just like to tell you guys so you don't feel like you're getting gypped because it's the same image. I did it on purpose because I wanted, you know, I wanted it to be able to be used like in a smaller journal and not end up with just the whole patch being one print. You know, if you put this on the cover, for example, if I were to put this one on here, I'm going to get a lot more things happening than if it was just this one with the bigger. See, it's going to end up, or this way, it's like 2 things. So that is why I did it that way. If you're wondering what in the world and why, that's why. And so like something like this could go on. So I think I am going to use one of these on the cover because it fits. So anyways, there's 12 pages in this kit. So you get, it's just 12 collaged, you know, embroidery background whatever pages. That's all. And they're all in this neutral tone. There aren't any other, I mean, there's a little bit of blue here, a little bit of rust, whatever, but they're mainly neutrals. Oh, yeah, blue. So 12 pages. And that is in my Etsy shop now. And all digitals right now in my Etsy shop are 30% off. So if you're interested, if not, no worries. So we have that, and I guess we'll just do this one this way because I don't want a pocket on the back. So we'll just keep it simple. Is this one open? A little bit. So yeah, you could just keep adding bags if you want to. You know, you could do a big thick one, would be kind of fun. I was going to use big bags, but I got playing around with the big bags that I have. I don't know what I did with it. But basically, they're so thick. It's really hard to fold them. And there are people who have done videos on the bigger bags. I think the best thing that I would want to use it for is maybe make a bigger size one. And do like some kind of glue book or something like that would be fun. But for journals, I don't know. The only thing that I could really come up with that I liked because of the thickness of the paper was like the, oh, what do you call the ones that are, that ledger style or flip-flop journal, that style. That's the only thing that I could come up with that. And I'm like, well, that's kind of boring. So I don't know. I'm in this mood to do some different types. That's why I've done like the tag journal and that altered book and altered composition notebook and all that. I'm just liking doing some different types. So I didn't just want to do the flip-flop. I've done those, and see, that one's longer too. Well, I don't know what I was doing when I was measuring, but your guess is as good as mine on that. Because me measuring is that's a funny joke, because I don't usually measure much. But we're this far, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is why I don't do things not at my desk, usually. Because I have that pesky little cat. Who's got to be in the middle of it all, at all times. Yeah, I pretty much have to vacuum my couch every other day. And last night, it was just that he wanted to be part of it, so that was the problem. He does still love his lovin's, that's for sure. He's just not feeling fantastic. Poor guy. Oh my goodness, why am I struggling so hard with this? I did not struggle this hard before. Because we want to keep it even with each other, right? So let's do this. Maybe that'll help. So it can't escape so easily. Why is this being so weird right here? There we go. It had a kink. The bag had a kink. Okay. There we have it. Sorry for all the crinkly, but they are bags. See? Pretty cool, right? And if you do that when they're folded like that, you will get that little bit of space that you need to open and close in here. So, and you need that. So don't be upset that you've got some space in there, because otherwise it won't open all the way. It'll just be like, glue. Glue on fingers at all times. And so then we have lots of big pockets. But like I said, I may end up gluing, especially the front and the back one, together. Or, you know, to the, in fact, I think I'm going to do that. It'll just help hold it together better. Because you don't need that much gusset. I mean, I highly doubt that you would be sticking that much stuff in there. It wouldn't really work anyway because the bottom isn't as gusseted. I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Sharon, Carice, Heidi, and Kay. Thank you guys so much for always watching. Thank you for your kind comments. I really appreciate all of you. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have watched me for a long time, short time, whatever the case may be. Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally making some, you know, not a ton, but some money on YouTube. And then I realized it's because there was 20 ads per video. I was like, oh, well, so much for that. I'm not doing that. That is crazy. I can't believe you guys are the sweetest ever, because you should have been like, what on earth, lady? Like, we don't want to watch all those ads. But that just shows how awesome you guys are. Thank you. But thank you also to whichever of you mentioned that. And I'm sorry I don't remember. I just got so mad and jumped off immediately from commenting thank you, you know. And not mad at her, just mad that after I took away all those ads that they had put them back. So yeah, that was not, I was not a happy camper yesterday when I had to go back and figure all that out. Rude. It's so rude. Like, if I wanted all those ads, I would have left them. I wouldn't have taken them out. And who would want all those? It's crazy. 20 ads. 20 plus ads. That is nuts. No wonder I have any subscribers after that. Like, do you realize what that does to small channels that are already struggling? It's just crazy. Well, actually, it's probably fine because they are the ones that put you out in the algorithm. So if you're allowing 20 ads on your video, they're probably happy with you. So they probably put your videos out in the algorithm more. Yeah, Incense doesn't even begin to explain. This one's going to be a little grungy, but probably not like as grungy. But, you know, I do love grunge, so there will be some grunge for sure. Yeah, I think these papers will be fun. And we'll use other papers too. I think I might use my white grunge too with it, because I like that one. That one's a good one for doing pages to write on. There's not like, well, there's these you can back and then write on those, but there's going to be tags or, you know, large journaling cards in each of those pockets and then something in these pockets. So there's actually potential for quite a bit of writing space. These would even be fun to do as Happy Mail or something, because you could just put a few goodies in there and send them off in maybe like a manila envelope or something. I need another glue again. I'm just mowing through the glue. It's so stinking hot in here again today. Ugh. I mean, yeah, better than cold, but wow. I even have my blinds closed because that helps, because it's on the front of the house, you know, and the sun hits the front. And I'm over the garage. So it's a little roasty toasty at times. It's great during the winter. I love it up here, but and I think what I'll do, where it's, if it covers a thumb notch, I'll just punch the thumb notch again and leave a little kind of a border of the brown paper bag, because I do like it. But I think one of these would be cool on here. I just have to decide which one. I'm probably going to use not the one with the pink. I think I'll use that one. And then I want something behind them still, because I can never leave it alone. I don't want anything that big. What do I want? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit of this. A little bit of old book page. I love old book page. And maybe a little lace. And I know it's not long enough, but I mean, I don't want to cover up everything. It just needs more of a ta-da thing, you know? And I think I'll just glue these down since they're going on the cover. I don't want them flopping around all over the place. What else? What else? Oh, I just remembered my cat's outside. I should probably go get him and come back and actually turn the camera back on. I think I must have forgotten to turn the camera back on, and I just thought I did. Oh, because Dingy's probably my middle name. I don't know. It's called One of Those Days. Do I want it on this side? I feel like it should be on that side. Yeah, I do like that. I'm going to go let my cat in, because otherwise that's all I'm going to think about from now until the end of the video. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got him, and I put him in his favorite chair. My husband has one of those massage chairs, and where you sit, it's kind of like sunk in, you know, and Pasha loves to sit in that chair, and we call it the butt hammock. Just because it sinks kind of in the middle. I don't know. He just loves to curl in a little coil in there, in that chair. I know. The goofy things that we do, I'm telling you. But anyway, he was happy outside, but I was just like, when I'm doing videos, I don't like to, I like to be able to go check on what he's up to. Wasn't always great about that, but I'm worried about him right now. When he was littler, or younger, the problem was he'd always want to take off, so you still had to watch him pretty darn close, but now I'm just worried about him. I did he's got water out there and everything, but still, it's hot. All right, so I'm going to put that a little crookedy. And then I found this Tim Holtz, like, card back, and I like the color of it with these ladies, so I might put that on that side, but let's put this lace on first. The cool thing about these embroidery or embroidered pages, or whatever you want to say, is that I feel like you could use them for a sewing journal or just whatever. It doesn't even have to be any theme. They're pretty neutral. Well, they are neutral, so you know, you could use them for a lot of different things, I feel like. So I hope you guys agree. Just thought it'd be fun to do a little more of a neutral journal. Not so theme-ish. I'll put it a little askew the other way. I need this because sticky would be the word. Yeah, I think this will be fun. I'm into the vintage again. Like, I go through phases, you know. But I really am liking it right now. My favorite time periods are the Victorian, obviously, and I also love Regency, which is, or not Regency. I do like Regency too. Edwardian. That's the word. I'm like, when is it? Yeah, so, which is more what this is. I do like Regency. Like Jane Eyre kind of thing, but and my awesome friend Carol asked for Civil War, and I thought that would be so easy to find some cool stuff for those images that, you know, I can use and are clear. That's the other problem. I can find pictures, Civil War era type pictures and things, but the quality is not great. And so I'm just not having luck. But I would like to do something like that. I thought that would be like the easiest thing in the world. It's always what you think will be easy that isn't. I don't know what that's about, but I kind of want to see some of this blue. Keeps getting caught on that card. Back here. Maybe something like that. It's that layering thing again, you know. I know, great card, and I'm covering most of it up. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. If you want the effect with the layering. I mean, it would be fine like that too, but I want this on there. I could come down lower with this. More like that. Yeah, maybe I'll do something more like that. Got my little plastic thing stuck to my glue page. And then it was just everything falling after that. Okay. Let us see, ladies. What shall we do? Maybe this away? Do you want to sit that way? I thought I had another something I wanted on there. Oh, my word. Well, I did, but I must have put it back in the little thing. I'm telling you. Did it fall? And now I can't even remember what the heck it was. Well, I don't know. Oh, it was oh, it's right here. I'm like, it was a key, but it's going to go on top. So we'll put the ladies down. And like I said, I'm going to glue them fully down. But if you're going to use them in a journal like I talked about before, you could glue top and bottom and have a belly band. You could do that on the front. You could definitely do that. But I'm going to glue mine down. I just want it on there. and stable. But if you wanted more of a interactive cover, then definitely you could do that. It would be cool. Sorry, bad word on there. Whoa. Whoa, Manelli there. This, I cut the top a little bigger in this one than I did the last time I got one of these. And I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to have to steal the top off the old one. I like that crinkly sound that those bags make. That's fun. We need to rough this up a little bit. Stick down there. I'm scared to tip this over. It's not wanting to stick to the lace a whole lot. We had a lovely weekend. Got to see our kids. The only thing is, we went out Friday night for dinner at the restaurant my daughter works at. So we get to see her because it's so hard to catch both kids not working at the same time, you see. So we go there while she's working. We go early so that it's not like the dinner rush, so she can chat a little bit, you know. And then our son meets us there, so that's fun. We sat there forever chatting and having a good time, and then we came back to the house because he needed to pick something up because he's got to go get a new driver's license. Because tomorrow, which when you see this video, it will be this day, is his 21st birthday, which I am blown away by. Anyway, so he's got to go get a new driver's license. And all that jazz. So he had to come to the house to pick up some of document stuff because you got to get a star card. And I saw a post on Instagram. It was like, I got turned down for my star card because I didn't bring my umbilical cord, something to that effect. And it just made me laugh because that's seriously, as y'all know, if you've gotten a star card, if you don't fly, then you probably haven't, because why bother? But if you fly at all, you need a star card. So anyways, he's got to do that. But he came home and his headlight was out in the Bug. He has the Volkswagen Beetle now that my daughter had while she was going to school. And so Dad's like, well, let's get that changed, because he works delivering pizza, and you have to have you know, headlights, taillights, all that working in your car, which he should have anyway. But I'm just saying, it's like, has to be done today kind of thing. So they're out there taking that apart, and then we realized one of his brake lights was out. So we replaced the brake light, but could not get the headlight to work. So we thought we were going to have to take it in. So he took my car. And then yesterday, my husband got messing around with the Bug out in the garage and realized that it was a bad bulb, even though it was brand new out of the package. And we didn't even think of that at the time. And so he went and got a new bulb and fixed it. And so my daughter came over for dinner last night, and so did my sister, and my son had to work, but then he came after he got done working to pick up his car and give me back my car. But yeah, got to see everybody this weekend. It was very good. That was a really long story for that. But anyway, are you seeing me? Yes, I'm looking for my scissors. But it was fun. We had a lovely time. He's so funny too, because he's really just a computer nerd. I mean, not mean. He's not really nerdy, but you know, that's his thing. That's his wheelhouse. So this whole car thing, he's just always like, I don't know. He replaced the headlights not too long ago, but I think there might be a short in that car that needs to be dealt with. But anyways, he's just funny. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with it. But give him a computer and yeah, he can build them, he can figure out what's wrong with them, all the things. But a car, not so much. But we got them all fixed up, back on the road. That's the good news. And we didn't have to spend more than 40 bucks. That's the even better news. Okay, I like that. I think that's a pretty good cover. And I hope this is understandable. If you're at all like, what? Then just leave me a comment and I'm happy to go over it again. But essentially, long bag, fold the flap up where it normally folds anyway. You know, they just kind of fold there. Glue the sides here and then hinge them together with a hinge. It's really that easy. And then that one I glued together, and some of them are sticking together because of the glue that I added, but I'm not worried about that because like I said, I'll probably put fabric, something over the spine just to make it look a little more like a book. But it works so good this way. Why did I not think of this? This was not my idea. I saw it somewhere. I just can't remember who. So if it was your idea, let me know. But I always did the bag journals. Where'd I put all the bags? You probably remember if you did scrapbooking where you fold the bag in half. And then you have, you know, a pocket. You can cut this side off and have another pocket. And then you layer like a bunch of them together. I feel like this is better as far as you don't get the ones in the middle sticking out further and all of that, because the hinge system, I just feel like that works better. And I also like the up and down rather than the side to side. But that is another way to do bag journals if you haven't seen, or scrapbooks or whatever. You just fold them in half and then cut down just a strip off of this side. You can also leave this as a pocket, so when you decorate it, you can put some cool paper here. Leave that to like glue just that little bit, and it's just a little tuck. But you know, you can put a pretty decent sized little tag or whatever in there. And then you have pocket here, a pocket here. This gets all covered up with some kind of decorative paper. So yeah, that's another way to do them if you want to do one that way. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.